So I suppose I was supposed to make a video on this when it came out, but I didn't because I made a post about I was doing stuff and I didn't really care to make videos. Anyways,
hey, bud.
I'm gonna try to complete this entire game in this video. I already know a lot about it because I, of course, played it when it came out, but I didn't make a video on
getting
it.
our equipment together to ship back. So I guess the intern will have to do.
And, I'm glad that they did that, as you can see in the screenshots, that they decided to not just copy over every mechanic that they saw and decided to actually add mechanics, because some games, there's just all of these games besides 5.0, you can just shut off the cameras for everybody or hide on the desk, which will give you a 50-50 chance, and some things don't even allow you to hide on their desks. So I'm glad that they added their own mechanics, like standing still. Their own, as in, well, they didn't make these games, and they didn't start making FNaTI games until 2020. Radiance didn't start making FNaTI games until 2020. So they're technically adding to the originals. Oh. Ow. Where's that mouse gone? I hate how he teleports. Alright. I also noted that each AM corresponds to a night. So a character gets added every AM that they would be added on that night. So that means 1 AM Oswald gets added. And, yep, as you can see, he's gone. Also, Donald gets added, but he isn't here yet. He isn't coming in. Mickey will not leave me alone. Anyways, they didn't put original in here, or they didn't put 6 for 6.0, because that game's finished, and they've already made a complete version of original, so they won't be adding any games that are completed. But I've seen a few people in Game Joe who wanted the other versions of 5.0, which are barely complete. Anyways, this is the easiest game mode in my opinion. Not easiest, because 2.0 would be the easiest. One of the easiest. 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 are really easy. 4.0, Goofy has some different mechanic, I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually beaten 4.0 yet, so I can't say on that. Bad luck when I ran into Goofy. Or you're supposed to camera stall him like this is FNAF 1. But I don't think this is FNAF 1. This is FNaTI 1. Goofy overlapped Donald. People would be mad if this was the finished product. Can't see Donald on the desk, man. My videos really be less awkward if I edited them more. Maybe they wouldn't be so awkward. Swiss cheese. Yeah, you can actually see the meat freezer, and if you go into the model of this map, all the rooms are connected, and you can tell that a little bit. If you open the model of this on Blender, plus you can tell it using some of the rooms.
I'm still here.
That doesn't really work when there's supposed to be like characters right here, but you just can't see them. FNAF 3 does the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. Really need to check. So 3 AM would be night 4. because 12 a.m.'s night 1. 4 a.m.'s night 5. 5 a.m. I guess is what would be a night 6. There's some posts. I always wondered what this light was, but you can kind of see it's a light. And maybe it's the vent. You can't really tell what this light's coming from the model of the map, so I suppose it could just be an accident, but at the same time, it very well could be the vent. Just shining to the roof, which doesn't have a camera. In this version. I'm still making that Abandoned Discovery Island 2.0 video. I'm using the mod that you can find the download link to in the Oscar Requires video on what's it called? The FNaTI fan games. It's a fixed version of Abandoned Discovery Island 2.0 where you can actually start a new game without having to go and change the compatibility mode. When I originally played the game a few years ago, I don't remember when the first time I played that game was. So I don't know. But I had to change the compatibility mode, and I made it a Windows 95 game, and I couldn't find the save data to the game because when you change compatibility modes, the save data gets saved somewhere else, and it's a version of the folder it's supposed to be. This room looks big. When I was littler, I used to think this room was ginormous. I'm pretty sure I have it like that in my roleplay just because it looks that way. But it's actually not that big if you go into the model of the map. It just is the way it looks. Like, I used to think that this machine was like the size of a person or larger than a person. A person would be like this big. Like, because of this door. This door is tiny. These doors are probably what was thrown. The doors are tiny. You'd have to crawl to get through them. They actually used the proper desk picture. A bunch of fan games from back in the day, just when they did the underneath the desk, they used the Celeste version of the picture, so you could just always see Celeste no matter what night it was. They fixed it in a newer version of Abandoned Discovery Island, but if you go and play like Mallrats, FNaTI, the issue is apparent. Alright, night 1 complete. You don't get a star or anything. I bet they'll probably give you like a star in the new version, and also a character for the custom night. They give you characters for their newer version of the custom night. I do not want to listen to Lisa's phone call. Everybody's heard that phone call. Everybody's heard all of these phone calls. I like the 3.0 night 3 phone call, I guess, because we want back. I don't know, it sounds weird and funny. This room's significantly smaller. Also, the Cactus Kid picture is not aligned on the poster properly. I also like how this game followed the trend of everybody fixes the poster on 2.0. Poster's actually done properly on 2.0, but 3.0 doesn't get the fixed poster because that just screams 3.0 to people because I don't know. Why does the light bulb always seem like heavily edited? Is it edited? Is the light bulb? You're looking at this reflection. Is the light bulb just edited in all these versions? Is that why it looks flat? It looks kind of like flat and blurry. Because I don't think I see any of the detail, but it might be being cut off by this wire. It's night 2. Night 2. It's 1 a.m. Oswald appears. He was right there. He's there now. They did use 2.1 Oswald for 3.0, like Mr. Manatee's revival. I guess because he's literally works for Radiance, or works for as a developer on Radiance team. I don't want to act like Radiance is some sort of hard-paying job or a business company. No, that's just a bunch of dudes who want to make games. They're very dedicated to making those games as well. I appreciate the dedication, and a lot of other people do as well. It's interesting, the face appeared on Night 2. Or what would be Night 2. It's interesting. They also finished this room. And I'm used to the Abandoned Discovery Island version of the finished version of this room, so it looks kind of weird. And, no. I think is Oswald's render a new render? I don't know. It's been a while since I just snooped around the FNaTI archives. This TV is either huge or floating, or my desk, it ends past there and it's just a shadow. It's probably just the shadow of my desk. Wait, no. My desk does end. So this TV's huge. It just kind of looks like it's laying over the poster. But I'm pretty sure the poster just floats down. FNaTI offices and their perspectives. Hi, Minnie. There's a trash can flipped over. Just pointing stuff out in the office because early night is easy. God, Neil took in all my cameras. Hi, face. You can't hide under the desk in this version. Or night in this case. Thing is flashing. But, because apparently that was intended mechanic, but, Abandoned Discovery Island used it as a power outage. I saw a Game Don't post about that. Mickey has the looking up animation. I didn't think that animation would ever be used in anything. I just thought it was interesting when I was found the FNaTI archives. But, I guess Radiance decided to use Mickey's, like, 12-frame looking up animation. And nobody else gets any sort of looking up animation. Daisy's there. I don't know if she's actually active on this rank because Hi, Celeste. I suppose she is, but I don't think I've seen her. Last time I played. I might have, but I don't remember. I have a good memory, guys, I swear. I just can't remember certain things. But I, for some reason, remember the first time I heard the word Fortnite. I don't even like Fortnite. Why do I remember that? Yeah, I remember random things and don't remember random things. Guess that's normal. but I seem to have a better memory than some people, because I would point out something that I remembered, and they're like, "What the crap are you talking about?" I was like, "Don't you remember that thing that happened? Freaking that insignificant thing that happened 3 years ago?" I like how Celestia like pixelates the entire building. It's interesting. Well then, that's some terrible kill timer. He could have not have been in my office that long. Well, time to try again. This video is going to be like an hour long, because FNAF nights are normally long. Anyways, I died, so I'm just gonna... What if I pause the recording until I make it back to 4 a.m.? Let me do that real quick. Alright, I made it back to 4 a.m. Okay. So, there's nothing really of note I have to say. I saw the face in the entrance. Give me a camera to shut off. I'm running out of cameras somehow. There's freaking 11 cameras. Hi, Pete. I noticed the thing about it, if you think about it, in 2.0, they just starting to get lazy with some of these character designs. Some of these are just straight copied from your average. Or they're just copied from the regular games or things that they came from. Like Pete. Pete's just Pete. If Daisy was a character. If I don't know, I still don't know. She's just Daisy, but without a body. I mean, disembodied is just Donald without a body, but at least it has no eyes. Or black eyes. It technically has eyes. Speaking of which, I don't think he's appeared on my disc. Maybe he did once, but I don't think he has yet. I'm not paying attention during these nights, because it's kind of boring. This ain't no Abandoned Discovery Island 2.0. That game don't get boring. I mean, early nights are pretty boring, but if you try like custom night, it ain't gonna be boring. Alright. Night complete. Alright, time for night 3. I guess I could read these. Might as well. A remaster of the FNaTI remaster. A remaster of the original FNaTI made by the original developer in 1996, who began making this soon after the original was cancelled due to the file corruption. This version included edited graphics, a new voice actor for the first night phone call, a desk hiding mechanic, and was the first version to include Suicide Mouse, a creepypasta character, as an enemy. This version was otherwise very similar to the original. FNaTI 2.0. Criticism of 1.0 Remastered, saying that it wasn't a true remaster, led to this version being born. I need to slow down. The rooms were entirely remodeled. Several new characters and mechanics were... Please stop. Were to be included, and had some extra help this time around by a group of people known as the Purity Center, who would go on to own this version after 1996 gave them the rights to it. Purity Centers wanted... I need to say the name of the version. I will. Purity Centers wanted to make changes to the story and an otherwise direction of the game. And otherwise direction of that was just confusing. Otherwise direction. Haven't heard that one. Wanted to make changes to the story and otherwise direction of the game. This combined with leaks of content from 2.0 led to this version. This version is known for replacing. Let me restart. FNaTI 3.0. The Purity Centers wanted to make many changes to the story and otherwise direction of the game. This combined with leaks and content from 2.0 led to this version. This version is known for replacing Photonegative Me with a suicide mouse type character named Willie. Aside from the story and characters changes, however, this version used many assets from 2.0 in its early stages. We don't know what the final would be like. So, I'm gonna read the next one when I get there. I'm much better at reading. At least everybody is, but... So yeah, 3.0 decided to everybody just associates the older version of The Office with that not being finished. The Office honestly looking just very unpolished. Some of the cameras looked unpolished as well. I think the majority of the 2.0 cameras look unpolished, so yeah. Sorry for the awkward moment. There's Oswald's new voice lines. Hi, Mickey. Willie. They call him a suicide mouse type character. He's clearly just Steamboat Willie. Suicide Mouse isn't built the same way. And also, for some reason, he's gray in these old versions of FNaTI. That never made sense to me. Why is he gray? Like, the old cartoon is clearly not gray. This version wanted to remove everything creepypasta related, so apparently they removed the Dark Oswald. Which I don't know how that was good. Actually, in the 3.0 demo, Dark Oswald isn't replaced. But photonegative minis replaced, and all photonegative signs are replaced. Any sign of photonegative relation is forgotten. Here's night 3. Obviously, this game we have more evidence of what each night was going to entail because we have the first 3. Wait a second, Mick is gonna appear. I did beat this night, but I just wanted to point that out, that Mick is a new character. Hasn't appeared before in this game. In the version so far, he's a new character. For some reason, Impure Mouse and Mick were advertised a lot in this game. In this game's features. Like, and also, I was not paying attention. This video's freaking terrible. Alright, I guess I'm unpausing it here. So, I'm just saying that, also now, I will not have the inability to freaking read. Wow. It's the year of innovation. AE Studios learns how to read. I know how to read. Apparently, I'm not that good at it. I try to read because I try to look over the lines stupidly.
Hi there.
Well then, how am I supposed to read scripts when I do? Actually, that's not gonna be too hard. I'm gonna read over them like 7 times and then I'm gonna like memorize each line. Just making short, memorizable lines, and it's not that hard. Alright, 4 a.m. Hi, Alicia, who's also a new character to this version. Then, minutes get on to when I added FNaTI. We have all 3 rabbits. I'll turn to as a cat. All 3 the imported Oswald characters. All of them are the rest of them are unnecessary, except for Pete. But Pete's Alice something character. I don't even remember the full name of that show. I just know the main character. And Pete's a bear in there, and he's also a bear in Oswald. He became a cat. In Mickey Mouse shorts. When he first appeared in them, at least. I don't remember his one word. Gallopin' Gaucho. Yeah, that's what it was called. Or a syphilis, or a sophilus, I call it. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. You pronounce it a syphilis or sophilus. Or ace man. It's not a way to pronounce it, by the way. Just his shortened name is Ace, which makes disembodied and Ace make Dace. Which is W character. Might be the best FNaTI character. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, shut up. Oh, look. What would be night 6? my ears. She's gonna break my ears. Like the ending of the original 3.0. Ah! Freedom. Freedom! FNaTI 4 controversial decisions made by the parody centers during 3.0 caused them to get a lot of hate and ultimately abandoned the game. One of the 3.0's coders, Software X3, who goes by Silverlips now, would go on to make this version with someone named Black H. I'm not going to say anything. This version has significant and character reasons, significant room and character reasons, since it was only for a brief period of time. However, many people don't know this version existed. Yeah. I know it exists because I'm a FNaTI nerd. When I play a freaking Kahoot in class, that's my name. FNaTI nerd.
Oh, don't be afraid. It's me, Mickey.
Anyways, Mick. He's now the main character. He went from being a character that appears, and sometimes in 3.0, I don't even know if he's in this game. But, he exists. And, now he's the main character. Goofy has his head. There's now a boarding room, which, allows you to traverse the building properly. Meeting room. I just call it a boarding room. Meeting room. There's the meat freezer. Yeah, this is the meat freezer, because I'm pretty sure the table room's not the meat freezer. But I mean, the rooms aren't labeled. Or maybe this is the meat freezer, but that's clearly the kitchen. Wait a second. This would be the... Looking at this camera. I don't know where this camera's positioned, so... Any of these rooms could be a meat freezer. Wait. I might need to check the model of this map to figure that out. Hi, Mick. This map's very similarly layout to the original 6.0 map, but like caverns being here, there's supposedly caverns being there, but I guess it would be the elevator that takes you down to Nightmare Before Disney. This would be the caverns room, but I mean, this map and 6.0, they're like a combination. It's a combination of this map and the original 1.0 to make 6.0. That's what I was trying to say. Nice arm. One of your voice lines is a second arm would be neat. Well, I think I'd rather wish for my arm to be in the correct spot. Because that just doesn't look right. You look like a bottle.
Can you see inside the skull?
Wonder if that's the drugs you take in Nightmare Before Disney. Obviously the bottle looks different, so... No.
I didn't skin the skull for nothing.
Are you sure about... No, we're not bringing back that meme. But we're not keeping the memes that are freaking... Yeah, modern. How should we update Imperial Mouse's design? Alright, how about we burn her to a crisp? You're a genius. Is he called Minnie in this version? Like, all the characters have normal names besides Mick Mick. Disembodied because he's way too different.
I wonder what two skulls fit into my head.
Disembodied, one of the only characters that stayed persistent through every single version of FNaTI. It's like never changed. His name never changed. He never got replaced. He never got removed. He's in every version. I don't think there's another character like that. This Oswald turned into Dark Oswald. I guess his name changed and his design changed. I mean, his design. Everybody's designs changed with this version, but I mean, Dark Oswald is technically his name, but also technically not. If you're going off the wiki, that's not his name. But at the same time, the core idea of his design was changed. Disembodied's core idea has never been changed. Besides, I guess 6.0. He has tiny tentacle legs, but he's still a Donald Duck head. So he's still basically the same core idea. Oswald was changed from he's black and hard to see, and to just he has no arms. And I guess in this version, he has one giant arm going through him. I mean, I guess disembodied little blood things in his eyes, but I guess that's just like, how should we? They were thinking, how should we?
Don't be afraid. It's me.
How should we remove? How should we actually remove his eyes instead of just black? The blackness of nothing. Oh yeah, also the Cactus Kid poster is still here. It wasn't removed. The office was heavily redesigned. The Cactus Kid poster and the giant FNaTI signs kept. But I like this clock. I also kind of like the look of this game. It also reminds me of... Wait a second, inside that bottle is just... Is that the ink that makes the tunes? Okay. I have no idea what that is. Anyways. Please leave. I think I just got up too early. If I would have stayed there a little bit longer, he wouldn't have killed me. Anyways. At least I hope that's his mechanic. Because camp stalling doesn't work. But I guess I'm redoing this. Pause time. Well, no, I was wrong. That's actually the Get a Horse poster. Probably could have told them, I mean. Whatever. It's a different poster, but it's still an I guess Get a Horse is technically newer, just meant to look old. Anyways, it's still an old style Mickey Mouse poster. I'm pausing the thing again. Okay, so I was hiding under the desk from Goofy, and Hortensia killed me. This some bullcrap. Let me try it again. Freaking. Ah! Okay, so I just died to Goofy again, but I know I went on the FNaTI wiki and looked it up. Apparently, you're supposed to lure him around with the cameras and not let him into your office. So, good to know. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna pause the recording again. Just noticed that, that piece of information. How did I not know that? I know, like, all kinds of crap about this stupid game. I even know that a lot about this version, like how there's supposed to be an Inhuman boss fight. And, like, the MVD office being, like, down the elevator. But somehow I did not know how Goofy worked. Maybe I did and I just forgot. You know what, I probably did. Anyways, might as well keep the recording going now. Hi, Minnie. I'm not gonna cut it off again. I'm just too tired of pausing the freaking recording. Yeah, guess we can talk about how the roof isn't just one flat thing. It's a popcorn or kinda, I don't know what you call this type of roof. It's like smushed in. It has a texture anyways. Also, my floor has like springs, nails. They might be bent nails. This place is what you wouldn't call clean. Oh, Goofy, come back. You're not allowed to leave your room, Goofy. Anyway, I think I'll lower him back there. You can hear his breathing before he gets in your office. He's not near me right now, as I can't hear his breathing. Okay. Oh my goodness! Just leave. Ah! Pain. I'm winning. I figured it out. I can hear his breathing. He can't go on the roof. But it's 5 a.m. Let me have this win, Goofy. I like how I can just teleport him half across the map. That's hilarious. Okay. He's been 5 for a while. I did it! I did it! I did it! Alright. It's time for Natty Fight with Subwolf Rex 3 or Stellavis had a falling out with Blackout /DG. 1996 decided years later. It's actually only 1 year. In 1996 came back and decided to have another try making FNaTI. This version has edited. This version edited rooms from 2.0 and modified versions of the characters from 1.0 also. This version also introduced a flashlight in the office and doors you can close on the cameras. The flashlight in the office was actually scrapped 1.0 mechanic. If you go to beta and scrap content on the good FNaTI wiki, which is the Treasure Island wiki, my personal FNaTI wiki of choice. There's like only 2 that would be good. The original FNaTI wiki, and then this one, the new one, the Treasure Island and Five Nights at Treasure Island wiki. Anyways, this game has like confusing map layouts. Imagine you the first time you're playing this, you would have no idea what camera enters your office. You would have no idea until like you saw my character enter your office. My tactic for this night is to look at the cameras and see if it goes static, and then check your lights. But mainly cam stall him and cam stall him. And I'm already dead. I had no idea he came into my office. Anyways, I'm done explaining my tactics for this night. I'm going to finish this game in this video. Like I said, I was going to finish this game. I gotta remember where these 2 dudes' doors are, which is 4 and 8. 1, 0, 4, and 8. I gotta remember that. He said something. Hey, mouse. Not at my doors yet. I have no idea what hour Sparky gets added. I suppose around 4 or 5, yeah. 4 or 5 a.m. he might get added. But I don't know. I have not beat this night. All I know is if this rabbit silhouette goes missing, or these feet go missing, I gotta shut some doors. Oh crap. Just keep it shut. It wastes my power. This game has limited power. Hi, Mickey. Bye, Mickey. No. Shut the door. Please leave me alone. Open the door. That was probably Osborne. Hi, Mickey. Bye, Mickey. Open the door. But I shut off a camera. but I shut off the camera. Maybe I did. It's hard for me to remember it's shift to shut off the camera in this version. They should have made it shift to shut the door. But I mean, it's been a while since I played the alpha, so I don't even know what the controls are in that version. All I know is that they actually allowed you to use your top number thing instead of the number pad. But maybe the number pad would be better because 9 and 8 are right next. Because 0, because I can maneuver the cameras better. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I'll hold my fingers over the number pad. Okay. You can't like hide under the desk. That was only a version 1 feature. I guess I would state that. Since that's a weird shadow for that cigarette. I guess all the shadows. Oh, I need to pay attention. I was fixing to ramble about how the game looks and how Abandoned Enigma was slightly inspired by it. But pay attention. I've already spent long enough on this stupid game. Is this recording an hour long yet? Nope, but it's getting close. I don't know really what to talk about. Oswald's ears are small. But I mean, when you're locking in for a night, I don't know what to say. So, they removed half the trash, or they, I guess, 4.0. This isn't 4.0. But they removed the big machine over here. They removed a lot of wires. They replaced the monitor with that. Oh, wait. They replaced the monitor with that, toy. Is he here yet? Bye, mouse. It's kind of bad how I have to reach my... Wait, I guess I could use the shift here. I guess I can use my left shift. Or freaking right shift. What do you mean left shift? Left shift is the one you already use. Not dyslexic. I'm not making fun of dyslexic people, just saying. I don't know why I decided to laugh after that. Oh, crap. I'm dead. The rabbit's gonna get me. Please go back, rabbit. Please go back, rabbit. I missed. Oh, he's here. Right. He does leave. So do I need to use the doors? Guess I don't need to use the doors. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not dyslexic. not making fun of dyslexic people for being dyslexic. That's like terrible. Like, don't make fun of people for having conditions. I guess oh, hi, Minnie. Anyways, I can use my right shift if I'm using the number pad, which I guess I don't really need to use it anymore. Oh, hi, Oswald. So will Sparky also appear in my doors? Or will he appear like in front of me, like the face does? But I shut off a camera like 5 seconds ago. Did you not go to that camera? Stupid map. I'm pausing the recording again. I made it to 3 a.m. Crap. I had to like deal with 17 different people trying to unpause my freaking recording. So anyways, I just decided I would go through the list of, just go through the cameras one by one, and just every single time this thing goes to static, I check. Kind of like how every single time it goes to black, the thing goes to black in the end of Disney. You check the thing. Oswald, hi Oswald. You're there now. Oh, hi. Y'all tried leaving me alone? Anyways, so it's 4 a.m. I noticed that there's a slightly less edited version of regular Mickey. Oh crap. Leave me alone. Please stop, face. You're like 20. I swear. Nobody else can get in this room because the face is always here. Hi, Donald. Leave. Hi, Oswald. Leave. Hi, Minnie. Leave. Hi, face. Again. Leave. Hi, Mickey. Leave. Hi, face. Leave. They're appearing so fast that I don't have any cameras. Hi. Leave. I'm just barely having enough cameras. Do I shut off a camera for you? No. Leave. Was I actually supposed to shut the door for you? And I'm dead now. At 5 o'clock. Might I add, Sparky. And Minnie was there. Ah! Let me freaking get back to that point. Okay, so I decided to unpause it here because I knew that it was gonna get too chaotic at 5 a.m. for me to unpause it, so I will just unpause it here at the midway through 3 a.m. maybe the later half of 3 a.m. I have no idea. Anyways, at 4 a.m. I'll start checking Sparky's camera. Cam stalling him. Trying to see when he leaves so I can shut the door. When did you come? Who asked you? No, I'm personally not gonna shut that camera. Why did I say personally? It's just not like a... I don't... Alright, it's 4 a.m. I gotta start checking Sparky. Why did I shut that camera? I'm dumb. Now I gotta wait forever for that camera to cut back on. And chances are he probably moved by then. What if I just shut the door until it cuts back on? I know it's a risky move, and I might waste too much power. Okay. Sparky, you're up. I don't trust you being up. I shut that camera. What do you mean? I shut down the camera. Did I shut it down too late? Ah! Alright. I need to get my stuff together. I'm not gonna pause at all. I'm just gonna not talk a lot. Maybe I should pause. Because not talking is... I stopped it too early. Not talking is not good content is what I was fixing to say. Whatever. Alright, I'm unpausing it here again. I have nothing much to say though. That's not Donald. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, hi, they added a sink here. I have nothing to say. Add some commentary, I guess. For appeal. Viewer appeal, I gotta add sound effect. I gotta add commentary. Oh wait, Sparky, yeah, I'm supposed to binge you now. I'm losing track of what cameras are free because of Sparky here. Oh, I can see him in that camera. So the only camera I need to actually watch is 8. Ah, crap, I shut off 8. track of my cameras now. What cameras are open. Definitely not any of the early ones. Anyways, it's 5 a.m. Shut off. I'm gonna shut off cameras too, though. Oh, he's there. Alright. I don't like when it does that. I beat it and it just restarts. I mean, I won. I win. This video's an hour and 6 minutes long. Anyways, goodbye, I guess. That Abandoned Discovery Island 2.0 video is gonna come out sometime. Alright, anyways, see you next time, peoples. Goodbye.